Okay, good. So I think obviously the products, the branding, the kind of stuff. I mean, there was times when we showed people products and they couldn't believe that we, like two Pakistani guys in the UK, had designed them and all the China trips. So there's so much there. But I wanted to focus on two things, I think. The first thing I wanted to focus on is just a little bit about passive income, because when you first start this journey of actually wanting to like become an entrepreneur, you have this whole thing, you want to do passive income and this and that, and obviously writing was like kind of a big thing for you as well. So just tell us a little bit about how you work passive income and stuff.
Yeah, it's crazy because when I actually think about my own checkered career, it's quite funny when you look at it actually, because there's so many different things I've tried. So I'll give you an example. When one of the startups I was playing around with was called Giftical. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah, I remember.
That was it was such a stupid idea. I can't remember. I don't know why I did it, but it was something to do with a tech greeting card business. God knows. So that was terrible. Spent 6 months or 9 months on it, developed a website, and it's pointless. Then I worked on with a friend's business. He was really passionate about lighting, and he designed a light for his dissertation. And he was, I want to work with my friends to bring this to life and stuff. So I actually helped out on that. I was part of the startup team on that called Glow. He's doing really, really well today. And so obviously he's someone that I've kept in touch with. I'm kind of still regularly advising and stuff on that. But then I even did random things. So again, in the spirit of kind of making money, especially in the early days, you think, okay, I'll just do. I did something called Cake Taker, right? Again, it doesn't make sense at the time. I've got some horror stories when I think about it. But what this was essentially was, this was a time where the Great British Bake Off was big. Loads of loads of people were what do you call it, like baking cakes and stuff. But they came up with one problem, which was the Royal Mail. Nobody delivers cakes because of a perishable or whatever. And so for me, that's a problem. It's a problem. I can solve that problem. How can I solve that problem? My brother at the time had a taxi firm, right? So I was like, okay, you know what? That's is a perfect thing, because I can just double up on what he's doing, and instead, and we'll just take the cakes. I didn't realize, but after a few horror stories, there was one we did a wedding cake, right? And I remember I actually went to take that one. It was on my lap. Literally, by the time it was a really hot day. By the time we got there, it collapsed. It was all over my clothes.
Oh my god!
And like a £500 wedding. They were horrified, and so I was really horrified and stuff. But obviously you just learn by doing, isn't it? And so, but anyway, but the point I'm trying to get to is that in order to make things happen, you need to just go out and try and try and do things. Now, one of the projects that we worked on, we said that, look, we identified quite early on that back in the day, the problem was you had to invest lots of money, get a shop, get a lease, all that kind of stuff, get stock. Now we're in a really fortunate time where the platforms have got all the customers that you need. You can just get a shop on there very quickly. And so and people think, oh yeah, but eBay is the shop or Amazon is the shop. We're not thinking laterally. We're not thinking actually. Amazon Kindle, that's a shop. Audible, that's a shop. What's it called? App Store, that's a shop. So these are all different platforms, and you can get a product that can go on there and stuff. So this is where the whole. One of the guys that I used to follow was a guy called Pat Flynn, Smart Passive Income. And I was like amazed at how what he had done is through. He just had a similar story. He left his job, didn't know what he was going to do, and then what he just did is started doing a lot of blogging and different things online, and he just did loads of different passive things. But he just set up a project and let that project just make money automatically. So what we found was that okay, one thing that sells really well on Kindle is self-help books. So all the big names, Tony Robbins and Simon Sinek and people like that. And so, but people don't have time to read, right? So we obviously created summary versions of those books, put them online. Alhamdulillah, to this day, they're still selling. Literally, that work we did how long ago? 7 years ago now.
Yeah.
And 25, 30 books, they're still selling, still making hundreds of dollars every month. But imagine, what was amazing was that at that time, do you remember we did a bit of research? Who's the competitor at the time? Someone who started a little tiny company that started at the time called Blinkist. How big are they?
Massive, yeah.
Just exactly the same concept. They started at exactly the same time. They were doing the same kind of books as we were doing, but they just focus, kept on the same path, and they are a huge, like $1 million company now, and got bought out and all sorts. So I guess there's a lesson in that in itself, isn't it? That sometimes you can do one idea. If you focus on it, it could be the one.